want to peek into your love life, take the reading as they resonate. And it can resonate with your masculine energy or your feminine energy. Doesn't matter what you identify as. Just put yourself where you fit. Ooh, somebody miss you. We have, I want a second chance. Not being with you is killing me. I don't care what people think anymore. I've been given bad advice. I'm listening to my intuition. I know you are the one. So somebody feels like you are the one and they miss you. Okay, what happened in this situation with Taurus and this person? What happened? 8 of Wands, Page of Swords. They want to talk. You guys aren't talking. They were supposed to move in this direction with you. And I feel like instead of them really taking action, they were watching you, studying you, trying to figure out some things about you. What were they trying to figure out about Taurus? 8 of Pentacles, if things could work. They were trying to see how you fit into their life. They could have also been watching your finances. Like, why is this 8 of Pentacles here? King of Wands, Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This has to do with money. Either they could have felt like you made more money than them. They didn't have enough money to take care of you. And they wanted to be in that position, but they definitely have feelings. So they could have hid their feelings. They felt emotionally attracted to you. They felt like they could be vulnerable with you. They feel like you could see who they really were. But I feel like on the surface, this person acts a different way as well. They put on an image, a front. But how they really felt about you was that you was too good for them. Yep. And they feel like now you're changing. Now you're looking like the Queen of Wands. So you're looking better. You're looking really good. But like they feel like you fit their image. They're desiring you more. They remember when you was giving them your heart, right? Like when you were being nice to them, kind to them. But they feel like your energy's changed. But it's crazy because you're coming out as a match pair for them. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. I feel like this person felt like you're the real deal. You're the real deal and they were the image. Or it could be that they didn't think you had enough. Why did they not listen to their intuition when it came to Taurus? 4 of Wands, Knight of Swords. What else? They're friends again. They made an impulsive decision too. Their ego. Their friends, their ego. They felt immature. It's something about your life they felt like you were ahead of them. You were... I don't know. What is it about Taurus that they felt they didn't measure? Because I feel like they didn't feel like they measured up to you. What about Taurus did they feel like they didn't measure up to? Because they felt like they were immature. They still needed to grow. Ace of Swords. They didn't have clarity about some things in their own life. Okay. They feel like they didn't know if what they had was enough to offer to this connection. But I also feel like I feel like they were confused about what they wanted, to be honest. Like, they didn't know if they wanted to chase money. They didn't know if they were going to be missing out on something. And I feel like their friendship group convinced them to not be tied down, to not commit. That's what it feels like. They felt like your life, like they would have had to marry you, right? They do see you as wifey or husband material. So that wasn't it. They do feel like you were, like you're somebody of substance. You're somebody who is responsible. And I don't feel like they were really responsible. Even if they had, even if they had, to be in your world, they would need to be responsible. They would need to be serious. They would need to grow up. And they didn't want to be serious. They didn't want to grow up, but they wanted you. And it's like they wanted you to settle for that energy because they were still confused about what direction in life they want to go. They didn't know themselves like you know yourself, but they did see your value. They did see you for what you were. So it was, their decision wasn't really about you, it was about them. And I feel like because they didn't know who they were and they talked about you to their friends, they took the thank you, Sailor. They took the advice of their friends instead of trusting their intuition, because their intuition said you guys can build together. Their intuition said you guys had a very powerful emotional bond. Like, they could be real with you. They don't have to hide. You wouldn't take advantage of their love. And they wanted that. Like, in their heart, they desired that. But I do think they saw you as a Queen of Cups. They didn't see you as this Queen of Wands at first. They saw you as just somebody who was sweet and had a lot of love to give them. And they loved that. That made them feel good. But a part of them didn't think you guys were a match. But now that they see you as this Queen of Wands, it's making them second guess their decision. I don't think they also thought it was going to affect them the way that it is. You change. But the thing is, like, seeing you have this glow up, seeing you become this Queen of Wands, they want to walk away from their friendship group. They want to walk away from their other options. It's like now they've gotten clarity that they want to be with you. They want to be in a relationship. So they don't want to really be single anymore. But this is already over. Ooh, Lord. Why they do this to themselves? Why do they do this to themselves? Okay, so let's see. How did Taurus feel about this situation? You guys are definitely growing. You're focusing. You're building something in your life where you're expanding. So I feel like that's where your focus is. How did Taurus feel about this? Justice sideways. Two of Cups. You're still moving through it. You still feel the connection with this person. Like, the energy is still lingering. There's a part of you that do want to give to them, but you can't stop thinking about the conflicts that you have with this person. What else? Ten of Cups, the Magician, Three of Swords. There's some part of you that feel like if you get into a relationship with this person, they might end up breaking your heart. You might also feel like they're a little bit manipulative. Like, they know how to pull you in. And I don't think it's just by words. It's because y'all have that emotional bond. So there's the part of you that's like, if they really matured and they really trust, and I could really trust them, and I see that they take accountability from their past actions and they really do that change, I could see where it could work between us. But then there's this other part of me that's like, I feel like they would manipulate me because they've already had some chances with me, and every time I gave them a chance, they hurt me. So you feel like they would do it again. You get me? So it's like you don't really trust them, but there's a part of you that do want it to work. Two of Wands sideways, the Devil sideways, King of Pentacles sideways. What else? We got a lot of sideways energy. Knight of Swords. Y'all kind of in the same energy. Thinking about each other. Y'all both thinking about the future. Y'all both trying to figure it out as far as like if it could work. Okay, let me see something. If they had a second opportunity with Taurus, how would they behave? If they had a second opportunity, how would they behave? They would give you more time and attention. They want you to see something, recognize something in them. What is the Six of Wands? King of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Cups, sideways. Their ego is still there. Yeah, this person, they're not ready. So I think that's the battle that you're having, because you feel that. You're like, I do love them. I care. I want them. I want it to work. But I am afraid that they would hurt me again. And you're right. This is saying that they would come in because they want your attention. They like your energy. But they're coming in as a King of Wands in the reverse. So a King of Wands in the reverse is still insecure. They care about you. They want you. And they even want to be committed to you. But the thing is that they would be manipulative in this situation to get what they want, because their ego and their insecurities is so big that, like, I think your attractiveness, they feel like you're very attractive, not just in one way, in so many different ways, that they're insecure about the people that would be attracted to you. So they feel like they would have to manipulate you in order to keep you, rather than just being themselves. They don't like themselves enough to be with you. And that's what would be the issue in the connection, is because this is like, you know, when you're in a relationship with somebody who's constantly questioning you and making you have to reassure them that you're there for them. And it's like, no matter how many times you do it, they're going to always find a problem. And these type of connections tend to become abusive, because it's not you. It's just, you can't control how you look, but they're going to try to like start trying to control how you dress, how you look, because they don't want others to have access to you or like you. So I feel like this person would come in the connection like that. Like, they'll eventually try to keep your energy to themselves, because they're not secure enough in themselves to feel like they could keep you, right? They would be very jealous as well. And it's also something where they feel like you take the attention from them, or you would take the attention from them. What else? But they do love you. Ace of Cups, King of Swords. What else? Now, are you guys dealing with two people? Because there's another person here. We have a Nine of Swords in the reverse. Maybe some of y'all ain't met this person yet, but some of you guys are about to meet this King of Swords that's going to invest in you if you haven't met them already. Now, if you already met this person messed up in the past. They were stressed out about you as well, because they did something and they no longer want to be in this energy. They want to come forward. They want to be more intentional about their approach, because they want to invest in you. They want to catch you before you fully move on from them. So I feel like this is two past people that you dealt with. One who was super insecure, and emotionally connected to you and one who is very stoic. So this person didn't open up emotionally to you. What's the situation with the King of Swords? Two of Wands sideways. Okay, so it is two different people. So for some of you guys, you haven't met this King of Swords, but some of you guys that did, this person, they were trying to save this connection from the future. They were trying to figure out like how to keep you, because they didn't feel like they were in the right energy in this moment to build, right? They felt like some things in their life they needed to change and fix and grow before they could offer you something. So the betrayal in this connection was them not working with you. It wasn't that they tried to manipulate you or anything like that. They just didn't feel good about where they were at financially. So it's like the first person, the King of Wands, they were insecure, but it wasn't about their money. They were insecure about your position. Like they felt like they felt like you were attractive. They felt like you, it's something about like the spotlight being on you when you're with them. You get me? So it's giving me the vibe of like twin flame. Like one person feels like a twin flame, one person feel like a counterpart. The first person feel like a twin flame, right? Where it's like, and if you guys have a different take on twin flames, it's not the same as mine. My twin flame, what Spirit has shown me about it, it's in the playlist called Twin Flame and Counterparts, right? But because I do believe twin flames are karmic connections, they are the karmic. But the King of Wands in the reverse, they were more ego driven and selfish. Like, so their way of loving you was having access to your energy and control over you, but you're not someone to be controlled. And in a lot of areas, you're way more mature than them. So they felt like you were too good for them. So it's like this person have like this anger towards you because they're not the one who is like the leader in the dynamic. You get me? You lead your own life. And you wouldn't easily submit to them, especially if they don't have much to offer you. So that's your deal with them. Now, the King of Swords energy, this is somebody who didn't invest because they want to give you more. They actually want to take care of you. But they felt like they didn't have enough financial resources. So they didn't feel good enough in themselves. And they felt like you could see through them. They see you as a high priestess. And I think that you also picked up on the fact that this person was hurt from something. Like they hide it really well, but they seem hurt, or they were going through a breakup. Yeah, this feels like when you met this person, because some of you guys, it didn't really get off the ground, right? But it's like when you met this person, you sensed that they were still healing. And I feel like you guys met them after walking away from this King of Wands in the reverse. You manifested them. Like, this is somebody that you're supposed to have this experience with. But because you sensed that on them, you didn't allow yourself to get stuck on them. It's like you kept building. You kept focusing on what you're building individually for yourself, your own manifestation. So I feel like you were following the direction that Spirit was leading you. So if this person wasn't really approaching you, offering you anything, then you weren't going to sit there and wait. You just kept moving forward. So I feel like they want to come back because they were sad about you walking away. Let me see. Are they going to come back? Is this King of Swords going to come back? They feel like you don't want them to. Six of Swords sideways, the Sun. They feel like you're in this bitchy energy where you have these boundaries up and you're coming off a little bit cold. And I feel like it's like they're a little bit scared, intimidated. I feel like they also feel like you're heartbroken over something. I feel like this King of Swords is like, even though he comes off stoic, he is empathetic. So he can pick up on your energy too. So he kind of keeps his distance. But because he feels like you're moving on from something, he wants to wait until you're out of that energy before approaching you again, right? He wants to wait until you're in a happier mood. But he knows that something has ended with somebody and something has ended with him. It's like, but with him, he's not worried about it because he knows he wasn't offering something. So he understands. He's a King of Swords. King of Swords, they're going to think, right, about this whole situation. So the way he sees it is like, you're healing from something too. I think it didn't work out because you thought they were healing from something because they weren't moving towards you. So you just kept moving forward. And then they thought that they lost the opportunity because they didn't make a move. So the way they're seeing you is like you're disinterested, but they're thinking maybe you're healing from something as well because you're coming off as a Queen of Wands in the reverse. So they feel like you have these boundaries up, but you're not really welcoming. So your energy is intimidating. Like, you get me? So they feel like once you are in a happier mood, they'll be able to tell, and that's when they're going to try to reapproach you. But this time when they come in, they're going to offer more emotions, right? So that's how that's coming out. What is the advice for Taurus? What's the advice? What's the advice? All right, what's the advice for Taurus? We got Queen of Pentacles. There goes y'all energy. What else? Oh. Spirit is saying, keep your options open. Remain single right now, right? Or the universe is forcing you to keep your options open because it's like right now you can have fun. We got the Knight of Wands for y'all. But Spirit wants you to explore your options. Explore different paths, directions, connections before deciding on what it is that you truly want. Because at the end of the day, these masculines are still growing. Even if there's one that you want, they're still growing. But as you go out there and you explore your options, you'll know more of what it is that you're actually really looking for. And then you can decide if you want a new start with them, because an opportunity will present itself where this connection can have a do-over, right? But the more you experience other options, the more you'll decide like what's the best fit, what's the best match for you. So that is what I have for you guys, Taurus, on you guys' energy. Take it as it resonates. Some readings will and some won't. But if they did, make sure you guys give me a big fat thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.